Dímelo, mi gente! What up? It's Gus from Gus Villa Jewelry, back with another VVS podcast. Today is episode 21. It's finally... Okay, can we get a clap in the back for actually shouting it out correctly?
He got it right.
Yeah.
Let's see how the rest of the night goes.
Here's the thing. I apologize, guys, for not being here last week. We're actually going to be doing the VVS podcast the following week. We're going to be doing it live. So this is the reason why we had a technical difficulty. We are back for all you guys that listen to us, for all the Strong 16. Shout out to the Strong 16 out there. Only 16 people that listen to this podcast. Yes. We apologize for the delay, but we are back. We are here to share our 5 topics. And of course, you guys know the drill. It's 2 idiots, 1 hour, 5 trending topics. And we're going to get right into this thing because you know what, dog? I'm going to be throwing some curveballs throughout the night. You're going to listen to it later on the night. You don't know that it's coming, but it's coming. And you don't even know. Once again, guys, I am joined by my co-host. It's the coveted. It's the guy who's lost 8 pounds and looks a little skinny. He's wearing the BAM shirt that he's super overpaid for. It's the David Guetta of Miami. Guys, give it up for Tiesto. It's Metal the DJ. Then we got a flap in the bag. And then, that's just such an obscure reference. Obscure reference that not that many people are going to know. Outside of that, I'm always joined by the glue. He is called Helmers outside of the podcast because he is quite literally the white glue, the white sauce. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Wait a second.
White sauce.
The white sauce.
The white sauce.
And I can't get enough of it.
That keeps this whole podcast together. It is one of my best friends in the whole world. Some of you guys know him as the guy behind the camera. He is the most consistent thing to happen to this podcast. It's got the producer. And he is here with some topics, my brother. And here is where it all goes to shit. Because unfortunately for everyone, well, here's the thing. You guys don't have to sit with this presence of a dark black hole that just sucks up all the positive energy. It's the place where information gets lost.
It goes
quite
to die.
Literally, dog. Like
it goes to die.
The minute you cross the event horizon of this person that I'm about to say that's in the room with us, you literally lose as a person. You lose your identity. He is just the worst person you could ever stand around.
He's a cancer.
You guys may know him as a former person of this podcast. Yep. It's Jerry, the fired and rehired producer. And here's the thing. You know when someone like goes like on a 2-week bender of like a diet and they lose 1 pound and they wear a shirt that's way too tight?
That's
maybe
Jerry.
maybe that shirt is cool like 3 weeks ago, but right now it's not ready yet.
Jerry went to the gym one time. And he went to the deepest part of his closet. And he's like, it is time. That's what he did.
He goes to the thing is, the minute you cross that 3-week of threshold of going to the gym, all of a sudden you think that like your eyes deceive you. You walk by the gym like, oh damn, Papi, I'm looking a little. So here's Jerry. He should wear that shirt maybe 3 weeks from now.
Not even
3 weeks. No, maybe 4 weeks from now. Right now, but he's wearing it now. So guess what? We have to look at his little man tits for the last hour. Once again, it's Jerry, the producer. Unfortunately, dog. Unfortunately.
No. Dog, so I've been, speaking of all that and losing weight, I've been on this health kick, dog. I don't know if the Strong 16 can tell, dog. I'm out here looking fly, dog. I'm out here, you know what I mean?
Oh, you lost a couple of lbs.
I lost a couple pounds. I'm that guy that's like, I'm not eating carbs. And like everybody's supposed to be impressed.
You're also fishing for compliments right now.
What's up? In the comments, everybody drop it right now. Hey, Melo, you look good, cuz.
Hey, dog, you looking a little skinny, boss.
No Diddy. Yeah, dog. So today I went to Publix with my girl, and I decided to get this little fruit thing of like dragon fruit, right? Which is pitaya, right? For the Spanish people, it's pitaya. For the Americans,
yeah, but I feel like only Nicas know that that's called pitaya.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I don't know. On Google it said it's also called pitaya. I don't know.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Whatever. It's dragon fruit, right? So I had a little thing, and I was like, man, I'm healthy, dog. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be my meal today, like my meal for like lunch right before I come to the pod.
Yeah.
Right. So I live in Broward.
My meal before I go to the pod.
Meal before I go to the pod.
You're an actual clown. Okay,
I am
go
an
ahead.
actual clown, dog. So whatever I eat it, dog, halfway here, dog. Mind you, it's from Pines to downtown Miami, so it's about a 45-minute drive plus traffic. So about an hour drive.
Sure.
Halfway through, dog, my stomach starts going kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the thing.
You ate bad fruit.
No, so here in my head, I'm like, dog, there's no way. I've been eating clean. I've been eating no carbs. I've been doing this. I've been doing the right thing. I haven't had any stomach issues, right? So I'm like, there's no way, dog. I'm like, maybe it's just gas. It's going to go away. So I rip a couple farts in the car, goes away for a little bit. 10 minutes later, comes right back.
Oh, it's back.
Now I'm stuck in traffic. Now I'm getting a little anxious.
Oh,
Now I'm
no.
ancy, dog.
Oh, it might
Now
be a
I'm
little
antsy.
shit
Yeah,
this
now
time.
I'm pooping myself, I think.
Ooh,
Right now I'm
God,
prairie dog.
Now you have swamp ass.
Yeah. Yeah, and you haven't even shit. That's like the worst part about it. Whatever, I finally get here, but by the time I get here, it's bad. Like at this point, like I called my girl, I'm like, babe, like I'm in trouble. You know? Like I'm in trouble. So I'm walking
Sure.
and I'm like, you know when you walk and you clench?
Yeah, you do the waddle.
That was me. Yeah,
you
I
do
did
the
the
Jalen
waddle.
waddle.
Yeah. I just scored a touchdown. I played for the Dolphins on number 17. Dog,
Yeah.
I literally was clenching my ass, dog. And I
Uh-huh.
came into the studio, dog, like to the little bathroom over here while I was waiting for you guys. And I just absolutely it was just an explosion, right? Cool. That's not the story, dog. So then I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way. I'm like, there's
What's
no
the
way.
story?
There's no way
Yeah.
that this is. So I Google, I'm like, okay, tell me about dragon fruit. Like, first thing that it says, dragon fruit is a natural laxative.
Oh my goodness! And of course, you bodied a
A
whole.
whole fucking bucket of dragon fruit, dog. Like, it was something to do, dog.
Jesus.
Thinking I was like being healthy. I mean, technically, I kind of still was.
Yeah, sure.
But I didn't realize that I was gonna be shitting the entire fucking night.
Here's the
dog.
thing, man. If you're from Miami, bro, like a lot of times, dude, I'll just be out, right? And like in downtown Miami, everybody's Cuban, bro. So like it's the most normal thing for somebody to just walk in there and be like, oye, you want a little cola? Cola is like a little
Yeah.
Cuban coffee. And you just smack that thing like it's all good. And dude, sometimes it'll be like 2 or 3 o'clock after I just, you know what I mean? Like I just ate and I smack one of those bad boys, papo, and it's
Yes.
go
Yeah,
time,
it's go
dog.
time. That's
Let's
also
do
a
this.
natural laxative.
Yeah, it's all 1,000%.
I don't know why, but
1,000%.
yeah.
So what have you been doing to lose a little weight, dog? Talk to me. Give us the weight plan.
Just no carbs and a little
up.
dragon fruit.
Yeah. Are you doing the shred for the wed?
Yeah, shred
for the wed.
I'm
What is your
getting
goal weight?
married.
What's
I'm
your goal weight?
210. I started off at 227. I'm at 217.
Ooh, 10
go.
lbs.
You know, 10
Shout out to the
lbs.
10
Let's
lbs,
get
man.
it.
Shout out to the lbs.
You know
Here's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying?
Here's the thing. Jerry wishes he lost 10 lbs.
So that shirt could finally fit him.
Can you imagine seeing Jerry in lycra?
Oh
my
God.
goodness, that's just a heinous. It's like watching a train wreck with like a bunch of children and they're all holding kittens
Dog.
and like they both just collide and it's
You,
horrendous.
you can't watch it, but you want to watch it a little bit. You know, it's like morbid.
It's awful. It's
Yo,
awful.
hey,
It's awful.
Speaking of children, too, dog.
Yeah. Go
Fucking
ahead.
Gen Z got me, dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
why? What happened with Gen Z?
So here's the thing, though. While you were not doing the pod, right? I was DJing the other day. And there's this kid he's like a promoter or whatever. He wants to be a DJ. So he's like super supportive. You know, he's like, yo, Mello, you're this, you're amazing.
Is he gonna
The
listen to this
same way that,
podcast?
like, no, he's not gonna listen. He's not Gen
Okay.
Z, dog.
All
You know,
right.
whatever.
Thank God.
So yeah, right? So then he's like, I played this one song, like this one edit of a song, and like he DMs me while he's there, and he's like, yo, Mello, that shit's so raw. PMO.
What's that?
What the fuck is PMO?
Yeah.
Exactly what the fuck I said, dog. I'm like, what the fuck is PMO? So I just like liked it, and I was like, yeah, dog, let's go.
Oh, peace of mind? No, that's not
All
PMO.
right, so
Okay.
check this out. What do you
Okay.
think it is? What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
It's
Peace of mind. Okay.
pardon my
What do you think? What do you think it
options.
is?
I have no idea.
PMO,
man.
right?
PMO.
So I'm like, what the fuck? But I didn't care. I was like, yeah, dog, let's get it. Fire emojis, fucking, fucking thing, right?
Fire-
Yeah, all
fire
kinds of
emojis.
fucking- you know the stupid shit that we do, right? So the next day he hits me up and he's like, yo, I need that edit because I'm, he's DJing or whatever. He's like PMO, and I was like, dog, I'm not about
Oh,
to
pass my
oats. So
What does
then
it
that's
mean?
exactly where I was at and that point, and I'm like, okay, now I'm on the spot. Now I need to know what PMO
Yeah,
is.
so you Google it.
It was embarrassing, but I had to Google it, dog.
Okay.
And it means, you guys ready? Put me on.
Oh my God,
It's
brother. Just type
Just
it out,
type it out,
brother.
man.
Just type it out.
But that's the thing with Gen Z, man. They like to, do those little acronyms. Like, hey,
but
Put
it's literally
me
7
on.
letters. But it's 4 more letters. Put me on, right? It's 4 more letters. I'm pretty sure it's 4 more letters. Why the fuck are you telling me PMO, dog?
That is
I was so upset. I was embarrassed. You know, I was upset. I was ashamed. And, I didn't want to send him the fucking song just based off of that. So I would just say, put me on. Put me on. Put me on. That's it.
Yeah.
And he didn't fucking do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I sent him the song and I was like, yeah, dog, I got you. I'm going to PMO. I'm going to PYUO, dog. Put you on.
But here's the thing. I would just invent something and I'll just throw it at him, dog. You know what I mean?
Just some like dumb shit. Like, yo. I just sent it to you.
Just put like
IJS.
No. I'll just literally put like TY and he'll think, thank you.
Thank you, dog.
That's you.
That's you.
Just to throw him off, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog. That shit, I was ashamed of myself.
How old is he?
He's like 22.
Oh,
maybe,
he's prime.
That makes
Literally,
sense. Yeah,
22
prime
years born in
Gen Z.
2002.
oh my.
Yeah.
God,
Oh my goodness
So
gracious.
one more reason
dog.
to fuck Gen Z.
Yeah. No, it's always fuck Gen
It's
Z.
always
Off
fuck Gen
rip,
Z,
dog. Let me tell you something, man. I had a recent serious, just to kind of pivot to something serious, where I had like this, one of my good friends who had like she's my age, and so she's like, but she had a baby when she was like 17. And she just went through like this whole ordeal where like she babied her daughter. And
What does
she
that mean?
fell
Wait, what do you mean
into
she
the
babied
okay,
her
so
daughter?
she fell into the prototypical like Gen Z's parents are usually a little bit older than us, if not older our age.
Our age, yeah.
So Gen Z's parents are like, if she's feeling something that is tough, if she's feeling something that she's got to go through, you should coach her through it. You shouldn't chastise her. You shouldn't make her feel bad. You shouldn't do all these things. So, her daughter, and she's not gonna listen to this podcast, but whatever. She's a good friend of mine, and her daughter started going through like some deep, like really deep emotional stuff where she was like
depression, anxiety type shit, or
deeper than yes, but she was like hurting herself or whatever. And then she's a young girl, and so I remember sitting there thinking to her, and I was like, bro, like I recently watched an episode of the Joe Rogan podcast, and I don't like the Joe Rogan podcast per se, but this particular episode was with Abigail Shrale. And she's this journalist who maybe like 6 years ago came out with this super controversial book that was like, like people are not like doctors shouldn't be giving young kids that are like under 14 years old medicine for like transitioning into like, that kind of thing. And so whatever, without getting into that, she's come out with this new book that again, it's been controversial, but it's about this thing called bad therapy. And like, it's basically her saying, hey, most therapy for most kids isn't actually helpful. And she has a bunch of data to like back it up as where these kids are going to these therapy and like we're over therapizing our children. Yeah. In other words, like things that you and I would have just been like, hey, listen, suck it up or just deal with it or whatever. Yes, you're heartbroken. Yes, you're doing this, but you don't have PTSD. Yeah. You don't have anxiety. You don't have depression. Like that's what you're self-diagnosing yourself because everybody is
Gen Z
doing
does
that.
that.
Yeah, and so you live with this type of situation. Yeah. So to full circle, where that type of situation or any type of situation is where like right now, in general, I haven't been more. When COVID was happening, where you were always like 3 people away, like, oh, my friend's friend got affected by Gen Z, or like the effects of Gen Z, or like COVID. Sorry, COVID. Yeah, COVID. Yeah,
Gen Z. You got affected by Gen Z.
So 15 years from now, a lawyer. Have you or a friend been affected by Gen Z?
Yeah, but like now it was like it was so close to home. And I wanted to tell her in the conversation of her, which I love her, I was like, dog, nigga, fuck Gen Z, dog. Like, she's soft, like grow a pair.
Fuck Gen Z,
and I couldn't do that. And I couldn't find myself to do that. So I told her about this podcast. I told her about it. But it goes to show how insanely overprotected that generation is and how we are so disconnected to them. Because they're our kids, in essence. your daughter is not Gen Z, but you could have had a daughter at 19, and you could have technically had a Gen Z kid, and you would have been like, most millennial parents nowadays are super overprotective because we, as much as we didn't grow up in the information age, we also understood that a lot of the information we're getting is online, and online is saying that we should take care of our kids. So full circle, what I'm trying to say is like, fuck Gen Z, but at the same time, we are kind of the culprit
millennials
of Gen Z because we are Gen Z's parents to a certain extent.
Yeah, I think that's what I was going to tell you right now. Like, I think that we are somewhat at fault for how Gen Z is a disaster. Like, that kid PMO, come on, man. That's millennials' fault.
Yeah.
Like, we...
No. But also, like, look, dog, if, you know, the same conversation that you and I have had many times. My old man is 69 years old. He's going to be 70. He was born in 1955. Actually, he's going to be 69 this year. He'll be 70 next year. When he was growing up, I literally would be growing up as a kid, and he wouldn't let me put one earring on. And that one earring, that one earring, I went to Claire's, and I got straight A's, and I told my mom, I was like, Mom, he let me put one earring on, and I got to Claire's, and because my mom's like an alternative rock Argentinian woman, you know, she was just like,
Sylvia.
Shout out to Sylvia, you know what I mean? She was like, put the 2 earrings on. I'll talk to your dad. Because I
like,
wanted
let's
to.
go.
My dad, he was like reluctant to even put one.
Right.
And so I got straight A's. My dad was like, all right, dog, like, you defied what you were supposed to do. Now I got to prize you with it. You're going to put one earring on. You're going to go to Westland Mall in Hialeah, and you're going to put this one earring on your left ear. Because you can't have it on right. You can't have it on your right.
Why is that the thing?
I don't know why.
It's always been a thing.
Yeah, you got to have it on your left ear, dog.
Because that's a thing.
Yeah, right. Okay,
like
but having it on 2,
something else.
Yeah, but having it on 2 was like blasphemous, right? And so when I got to Claire's, I was like putting it on 1, and I was like, Mom, I wanted to put it on 2. My mom was like, yeah, just do it. I'll talk to your dad. And I put it on 2. And I got home, and my dad for like a month didn't notice that like I had 2 earrings on. And finally he noticed it, and he was like up in arms because his dad was like this super conservative old Colombian man. Yeah. And so here it is. So what I don't want to do, because guess what? You know how those little have you ever seen those little plastic telescope things where you would look through? You guys are probably not that old. Gallo, you probably know. If your parents are immigrants, they would have these little triangular things with a Polaroid picture.
Oh, yeah.
And you would look through the triangle, and you would put it up to the light, and you would see an old picture. That's how you used to like collect pictures. So you would have a keychain. You're a little young. You would have you're a little Gen Z. You would you would have a collection of these things. So when you were a kid, rather than having a photo book, it was like Instagram, basically. You would look up, it was a little plastic cone, and you would look at the light, and you would see a Polaroid of an old picture. And so my dad had a Polaroid when I was a kid of him with super long hair. His long hair was like up to here, and he would have bell bottoms on, and he had a Che Guevara thing on. Shout out to being a communist. Shout out to being a communist. Shout out to being a communist.
Shout out to the commies.
Back then, it was like he was in the 70s, dude. Like he grew up in 55, so back 75, he was 20 years old.
But he still wasn't no bitch with no 2 earrings.
Hell no. That's the thing. So my grandfather, which was a man's man, like crazy man's man, to him, having long hair was a bitch thing. Yeah. It was like, no son of mine is going to have tight pants and long hair. That was like a woman's thing. Like, if you got the moves like Mick Jagger, like you got the moves like Jagger, like you couldn't move like that because you were a bitch.
Los pasos prohibidos.
Full circle, now we have kids that are young. And so what I don't want to be, and this is where I teeter with the edge of how much do I want to insult Gen Z, is like, do I want to be, my dad had to eat that. And my dad had to eat the fact that I wanted to have 2 earrings. My dad had to eat the fact that I wanted to listen to American music. My dad had to eat the fact that I wanted to listen to rap music with crazy lyrics that weren't the Beatles.
Dog, and wait until he finds out you like guys. That's going to be another bomb.
He's going to have to eat that too. Hey, yo.
Hey, what is he eating? You're making your dad eat.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't want to be that guy who looks down upon that. Same thing I told Gallo years ago. Like, I don't want to just beat down Gen Z because I'm a different generation. That my dad understood who I was, and he wasn't that guy. And somehow, some way, he accepted me for who I was. So it's like, as much as it's cool to beat down Gen Z, as much as it is, they are still a generation behind us. So at what point do we say, are we those old guys that are like, say, oh, you guys are gay, like you guys are whatever, like, because they are a little bit more extreme than we are. Where's that teeter? Where's that line?
But here's the thing: millennials are the best generation.
Oh, here we go, dog. Yeah,
like you compare it to the older generations, bro. I mean, I'm obviously being biased here, but also we had a taste of both parties. We had a taste of the old shit. We had a taste of the new shit. We were the only generation to have that, bro. Think about it. We're the only generation to have that. Gen Z grew up with already technology and information blasting at your face. We didn't grow up like that. But we were pioneers when it came to that. We ended up getting cell phones. We ended up going from playing Snake on our Nokia to going on Pornhub.com on our phone, dog. Like, we did that. They already had Pornhub. They never had Snake. We had both. We had Snake, and now we have Pornhub.
And we had the real Snake.
Hey, yo, dog.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Gus is trying to say something without saying something, dog.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
But that's what it is, dog. But at the end of the day, fuck Gen Z.
Yeah,
honestly,
no,
dog.
it's fuck Gen
like,
Z.
Don't
I
hit
get
me
it.
with PMO, dog. Give me topic number one, dog. Give me topic
No. All right, fine, fuck it. Let's go to topic number one. How many minutes are we into this?
We're 20 minutes in, baby.
Yeah,
all right,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
You
we
get
have to.
carried away,
all right,
dog.
guys, look, I know you guys listen to this and you want structure, and I'm sorry that we go on tangents. Honestly, I am. But sometimes I don't give a shit, and we're just gonna do whatever the hell we want. Straight up, dog.
Listen,
yeah, this is 5 topics. 10-minute timer, 1 hour. Let's actually get into the podcast. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, here we go.
Topic number one.
So
Topic
Give
number
Give it
one,
to me,
Gallo,
give it to me.
behind the camera.
Topic number 1.
Let's do this.
A former priest arrested for spending $40,000 in church funds on Candy Crush using church's credit card, as reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer.
That's wild.
Reverend Lawrence Kozak, 51, was charged with theft and other related crimes, according to an affidavit of probable cause for his arrest. He has since been released after posting $250,000 bail.
$250,000. That's crazy.
Where'd he get that from?
That's like a shaft towards the Catholic Church,
Yeah,
my brother.
His attorney is reviewing the charges. According to investigators, an account working at Kozak's church discovered an astronomical amount of Apple transactions on the church credit card
Jesus.
statements
That's crazy.
while reviewing the finances between the years of 2019 and 2023.
Jesus Christ, brother.
That's
Here's-
fucked up. It's
Is
fucked
it?
up. You don't use church funds on that, right?
Oh, you don't use church funds on that.
On Candy Crush, $40,000.
That's a beast.
That's
super
crazy.
beastie.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's actually crazy.
But it's not the worst thing I've heard a priest do.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, dog.
Dios.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing?
Yeah,
so
yeah. What's
sorry.
what's the worst thing, dog?
What's the worst thing? Tell me.
So I had this priest that
That boy used to touch me, dog.
Yeah, dog.
And I used to like it. Hey, yo.
we used to play Candy Crush before there was smartphones.
He used to
That's
crush
all-
my candies.
That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? He used to peek the key in the door and lock that motherfucker. No, that's fucked up. Dios,
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry.
God.
Yo, I'm sorry, this
This
guy.
is for entertainment purposes, dog.
cares,
You know I'm a man
brother?
of God, dog. No, you know what's fucked up?
Dog, shut
Actually, shut the
dog.
fuck up.
Actually,
I'm a
shut
man of
up,
God,
dog.
dog.
That's the
'Cause
worst
Christ
thing,
strengthens
dog.
me.
That's
Oh
the
my
worst.
God.
I saw on YouTube. I saw like a Instagram video not too long ago of this dude who was like this evangelist. Of course, in your country, Nicaragua, you know how these
You know how the Nicas
you know how
do.
these Nicas do. These Central Americans, dog. Yeah.
I said Nikas.
yeah,
I said, by the
Let me
way,
clarify.
NICKAS stuff.
So he was just like pushing people, and he was like, "Hey, the Lord be with you." And he was like, and people would like, of course, fall and like all this crap. And then there's this one chick who just does her hair, and she's like, the guy's like in her face, and he's like pushing her head, and she's like, "Don't touch me." And she's like pushing her head again, and he's like, "No, come on, I just did my hair." And he was like, finally, and he gets like angry with her, and he's like, "Get out of my church, get out of my church." And she's like, "Dog, like, fuck off." And you could just tell, like, come on, brother, like, let's be
Yeah,
serious.
but that's a little extreme. Like that, you're giving me an extreme example. Obviously, that's some other shit.
Shut up, bro. Like,
No,
honestly,
literally-
dog,
no, that's literally
I'm
some
so
other shit, dog.
tired
Like,
of these
why can't
hypocrite
you-
losers, dog.
Why can't you just say, hey, I believe in this? God could be whatever you want it to be. God could be God. God could be the earth. God could be a girl.
Uh-huh.
Why do you get so upset with people believing in that and believing if God is a girl, if God is God, if God is earth, whatever it may be? Why does that upset you, dog?
Because
I'm
gonna give you the reason why.
In your head, you have to sit there and sometimes like talk to yourself in your own head or meditate or whatever the fuck it is you do to kind of get yourself centered. There's no way. We're human. We all do something. But when you really well, because also you were a late bloomer, so you're trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was jerking off at 14 rather than 11.
yeah, Pablo, we're already 4 years into jerking off. Like, I'm 4 years ahead of you now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you jerk off. You know what I mean?
That's why you're a jerk off.
I jerk off and then I pray after.
Oh, that's so dark.
That's so dark. It's so dark.
It's
But
so
you know what's
incredibly
crazy?
dark.
I've done that before.
Yeah. Oh,
I've
did
done it
you?
before. Yeah, because you get that post-nut clarity.
Let's talk about that post-nut clarity.
Like, there's been times that I forget. And I'm like, oh, fuck, let me wipe this off before I start talking to the Lord. Yeah, dog.
You're
But
so
I do talk to the Lord,
stupid,
dog. It's
and
okay
you're
to
so
talk to the
immature,
Lord.
and you're
It's
so
okay.
dumb.
Whatever, okay,
and you're so
okay,
simple-minded.
If whatever you do, there's a million religions, there's a million atheists, there's a million people that meditate. It's all the same shit. You just call it something different. That's all it is, dog.
Call it
That's all
something
it is.
different.
Yeah, literally,
Call
that's
it
all it
something
is.
different, dog.
I call it God, you call it Janet Jameson. It's the same shit. You understand what I'm
Dog,
saying? Like,
let me
yeah,
tell you something.
yeah.
Jenna Jameson has a special place in my heart. The first time I whacked off was a penthouse.
Ooh.
Now there's roses
Shit.
on my bed at the penthouse.
You feel me?
Let's go. Shout out to Action Bronson.
Shout out
Can
to
we-
Action.
Shout out to Action
Shout out
Bronson
to
for that
Action.
line. Anyway, the point is, I don't care if you are a religious person. If you spend $40,000 on a Candy Crush
That is kind of beasting
subscription,
though. Like,
that's super beasting,
not
my
enough,
brother.
but that's also excessive. The 250,000 bond, like,
Oh,
bro,
that's super excessive as well. Yeah, like,
Like,
you're not
let's
you're not a risk
yeah,
to society.
Like, you're not raping kids.
Yeah, but
right?
also
Let's
they-
talk about it.
Yeah, well,
I mean-
well, hey, yo,
That we know of.
Yeah, but also they don't have to pay the $250. They know that they're just gonna pay $10,000.
Yeah, it's 10,000.
Yeah, 10%,
Yeah, but
10%,
nevertheless,
10%,
it's
10%,
10%,
25,000. Yeah,
Still that pinga.
yeah, but the Catholic Church can afford it. Let's keep it a buck.
If they can afford
Yeah.
40K on Candy Crush,
Yeah, come on, my
those
boy.
motherfuckers
Yeah.
are bought. They didn't even realize that's how much money they
Look,
fucking
man,
have.
this
dog.
is what
That's
I'm talking
crazy.
about. Like the most. You know what's crazy? In general, when it comes to business, the people, you can feel it off a vibe. It takes you a while to kind of get to that point in your life, and there are some people that can capture that a little bit faster than others. But when it comes to anything in life, you can feel who are genuine people, and you can feel who don't. Now, that's not to be trusted 1,000%, but people that always are super religious, are super about Jesus, are super about anything that has to do with a higher being or whatever it is, for whatever reason, I have a level of distrust towards them in general, because in my life right now, some of the most religious people are the most full of shit humans that I know. And that gives me general distrust about it. Yeah, okay, cool. If you want to push the narrative that you're a religious person, that you're this holy person, or whatever it is online or wherever platform you have to show yourself off to other people, that's fine. But the fact that you're pushing your ideas on other people, the fact that you're saying that you're this holy person, when in reality, you're spending $40,000 on Candy Crush and you're an
You're a
actual piece of
degenerate,
shit, is the problem that I have.
Yeah.
Dog,
I
if
get
you
what
want to
you're
go
saying.
out there and spend $40,000 on a Candy Crush, that's great. But you're using your platform as a priest. You're using donors' money. You're using all this shit. It's just like, bro, like, there's no other reason why people have died more than religion. That's a fact. Fact. And there's no more harm that's being done psychologically to the human population than religion, than the fact that you have to do this or you have to do that because of some sort of higher being or some higher anything. If religion is what you want to do, I'm about it being something personal that you don't impose on other people.
agree.
And that is where I have the problem. If you want to be religious, you want to believe in God, you want to believe in Jesus, some dude that lived in Nazareth 2,000 years ago, that's Gucci. If you want to believe in Muhammad, that's Gucci. I respect it. If you want to believe in whatever the Jewish people or whatever the big three religions want to do, that's great. But don't put that in my government. Don't impose those ideas on me, and don't make it to where you structuralize a human population to follow certain rules only to have the leaders of whatever religion that is completely break those rules.
And fucking spend $40,000 on candy.
Come on, bro.
Nah, but that's
like,
I don't disagree with that. I never disagree with that. Don't
I know
push
you don't
shit on
disagree.
me. Like,
No.
don't push that shit
No,
on me.
I'm
Like,
not-
but you can also believe in it
yeah, but you could also be a
without being ridiculed on episode 21 of the VVS podcast.
It's not. I'm not ridiculing it. Like, I also think it's kind of stupid.
Keep it a buck.
Straight up.
Keep it a buck.
I'm not gonna ridicule it. I do think it's fucking absurd.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's great. And yeah, whatever. I mean, if you want to believe in it, then that's your prerogative. But
I
it's.
will follow him.
Oh my god.
Follow
Did
him
you know
wherever
that
he
song? Gallo knows obscure 80s songs. What's that one that sings like I will get down on my knees and I will praise you? What is that's like a religious song?
That's too
Come
much.
on, you're gonna think about
putting
it.
me on the spot right
you're
now.
gonna think about it. It's a song. I can't think of it at the top of it, but there's a bunch of religious songs out there that you don't even know they're religious songs that we're talking about Jesus the entire time. I'm gonna listen to this podcast again tomorrow or whenever it is, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh my God, that's the
Is
song."
it that Madonna song?
No.
When I'm down on my knees.
That's
I'm
it.
gonna
That's it.
take
How did you know
there.
that?
Is
That's not
really
Madonna
that?
though.
It
That's
is
not
Madonna.
Madonna.
No,
Is
that
it?
is
Well, okay,
Madonna.
okay,
Yeah.
it's a
That
religious
song was about a blowjob.
No.
It actually was.
Let's talk about the first time you ever got a blowjob.
First time
It's a
I got a
perfect-
blowjob.
That's a perfect
First
segue.
time
Religious
I
talk.
got a blowjob.
Go ahead.
Christ.
Christ.
I'm sorry.
Jesus
It was
himself,
at
Mary,
night.
gave me.
It was at a beach, a little a lifeguard shack at the beach at night, dog. And the girl tells
so
me,
obscure, my
she
brother.
tells me, she's like, you're not gonna think about me differently, right?
You know, they,
No,
What am I
baby.
gonna
How old
fucking
are you? Hold on.
say?
Why would I think about you
time out,
differently?
shut
Blowjob.
up.
I was
Shut the
I
fuck
was
up.
13
Shut
years
up.
old.
Shut up. Paint the picture to me. How old were you? Where were you? How did it get to that point?
I was
Go.
13 years old. We were making out. I was grabbing her ass.
But how did you get there?
She
Because at
grabbed me
13
by my
years
little
old,
dick.
your mom's not gonna let you go out
Yeah,
at
she
13
let me
years
go.
old.
She let me go. She
At
didn't
13
know.
years
She didn't
old?
know. She didn't know. She didn't know where I was.
Yeah, my old girl would know exactly.
Yeah, my old girl let me know. But she didn't know where I was. I was
She
at
thought
the
I was in the
movies.
mall.
Yeah, I was at the movies.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
so-
it's like an onion.
On my knees, I'm gonna take you there. Yeah. So then, whatever, and then my little dick is out right now. I didn't know it was little at the
Were
time.
you tall at the time? 13. You weren't
13,
that tall.
I had just hit my. No, yeah, I had just hit my. Yeah, I was already tall.
So you're just a lanky loser.
Yeah, I was a super lanky loser
Yeah,
with
okay.
a small dick. But it was my first time whipping out a dick, right? So
first time to disappoint a
I didn't
girl.
know it was small. Yeah, it was actually the first time. This is a dual story. Tell me the first time you disappointed a girl. It's a two-story thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And so she was like, "Oh, you're not." She had my little dick in her little 3 fingers, right?
They're doing the three.
She's
the
like,
3
"You're
strokes.
not
Oh
gonna think
my.
about
With the pinky out. That's how you know you got a small dick. When she jacks you up with the pinky out.
Index and the thumb.
Yo, my girl be doing that shit. I get mad. Yeah, I get mad and shit.
Pinky up because
I'm
you got
like-
a small dick.
I'm like, come on, man, humor me.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
come on.
do the whole thing.
Throw
I know
the
that
two
it
hands.
You know, put
I
it
know
like,
it fits the complete. It
like
covers the complete thing.
crush your fingers a little bit.
Put 2
dog.
hands
Like,
to make it
Yeah,
feel
like
good.
squeeze them.
no,
Make it
you know
look
what's
good.
crazy? Oh man, my girl tried to do the 2-hand thing on me when we first started.
Oh,
and she
yeah.
never did it again. Never did it. It was the worst. It was embarrassing. Oh, it was super embarrassing. It was super embarrassing. Man.
All right, dog.
That's
Wrap up
amazing.
your blowjob story so we can
Anyway,
get on
no.
to topic number 2.
She just the point is she asked me, "You're not gonna think about me differently?" What the fuck am I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm gonna super fucking judge you. No, just suck on it.
Yeah.
Like just suck on it. No, I'm not
Was
gonna
it a good
judge you.
blowjob?
Just
Rated
a
1 to
tip.
10. Rated 1 to 10.
Man, no.
No.
One.
No.
What the fuck?
No.
Why won't you just rate the blowjob, brother?
It's a 1.
It's a 1, yeah. Because only my girl gives 10s. Shout out to
there we
Shelly!
go!
We're getting married in July.
I never touched another girl after that until
Ever.
I saw Shelly
Till
and
I
I laid
Ever.
eyes
saw
on her.
your
I'm
girl.
gonna marry her and
And
That's
that's
it.
it. and we're gonna consummate our love.
Yeah, topic number 2, Gallo.
Topic
Get me out of
number
here.
2. Topic number 2.
Get me out of here, please.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so topic number 2. This is your topic. Floyd in Dubai.
Floyd in Dubai. Did you hear about that? Floyd
I heard vaguely about
it. He's being held hostage in Dubai.
Is that currently happening right now?
Yes, it's currently happening. Right now, he's like Brittany Griner almost.
Yeah, okay.
Like he's being held hostage because he went to Dubai, and I guess he had a crew with him or whatever. One of the people in his crew stole a piece of jewelry from wherever the fuck they were and disappeared. And you know, in Dubai, they don't let you drink. It's crazy out there.
They don't play that shit
like
over
down
there.
here. You steal some shit, you might get a little probation. You might get, I don't know, an hour in a room with a priest. I don't know. It's not that bad.
You might get a $40,000 Candy Crush. Yeah.
But in Dubai, like, that's some serious shit. So apparently, Floyd can't get a hold of this guy. He left. He took the jewelry. God knows how. I don't know how much it was. I don't know if you can see, Gallo, how much it was. If this piece was millions of dollars or whatever. Mm-hmm. The guy disappears. Floyd paid for the jewelry, but they were like, "Nah, player, we want the
crime
piece
was
back."
committed.
No, we want the piece back. And now he can't get a hold of the piece of the guy of nothing. So now he's stuck in Dubai.
Oh my god!
And he can't leave. Bro.
Oh my goodness!
That's actually kind of crazy.
That's actually kind of
Like that's
crazy.
actually like where now we're like, you know, the U.S. should probably get involved and be like,
No, who cares?
no, because in my head I'm thinking he's like in some concentration camp now.
No, come on, that's crazy. Yeah.
But they're not letting him go, dog. Like, imagine being somewhere and then you're okay. You went to fucking Argentina, right? And you had a great time and you hung out, you ate. It was great.
Sure.
And now when you're about to leave, they're like, "Nah, player, you can't leave."
Oh my god, man, that's crazy, brother.
Think about that.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I've been in situations where it has been sketchy like that without getting into a crazy story. Shout out to Mikey the Midge. We did a layover in Vietnam, and you had to have a visa even if you had a layover, and we didn't know that. But from going from I think if I'm not mistaken, from Cambodia, and we were going to Hong Kong, and we had like a layover in Hanoi. And we were there, and we had to get like smuggled outside of the airport, and it was crazy. No. It was bananas. Yeah,
like you were like an illegal immigrant.
And here's where you realize that like you're not shit, bro. Like it doesn't matter what passport you have. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. Like if a government really wants to take you down, you're gonna get taken down regardless of what it is. You imagine being Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather with having all the money in the world, and all of a sudden you're getting held up in Dubai, and there's not a damn thing to do. You can't buy yourself out of that. That's crazy, bro.
It's also kind of ridiculous how they roll over there.
Yeah, of course, bro. Yeah. So like I have a good friend of mine who used to be a flight attendant, and she was a flight attendant for Emirates. And she lives out there, and of course Emirates is owned by the Dubai government, and she has to live there. They don't allow employees. I don't want to say allow, but like if you want to work for Emirates, you have to conditionally live in Dubai. They give you an apartment. They give you a certain code that when you go to groceries, you buy groceries, you could swipe your employee ID and get a discount. You get a bunch of discounts on a bunch of shit, but you have to live in Dubai. And because they want like to populate the area, and that goes back to like your seed clouding conspiracy theory, because that's how you do.
I mean, they do cloud seed.
Yeah, of course they do. But that's technology has been around since the 40s. But okay,
but
talk to me about
nature.
Fuck with nature. You're an idiot. You have no correlation towards the floods
You don't
recently.
fuck with nature, though.
Go ahead. Anyway, the point is these people are insane, bro. Like actually insane. Yeah. So if you listen to this one podcast, there's this guy who calls himself the king of watches, or king of New York watches, or whatever. The Watch King. Jerry knows who I'm talking about. He sells and is this Jewish dude? No. He's from New York. And the point is, he went to Dubai, bought a bunch of watches, and in this podcast, he talks about when he gets off on the airplane, they made him like pay a bunch of things, and like it was crazy. Another watch YouTuber. These guys are people with clout, like that can actually move the scale in whatever it is that you want to do. So this guy Nico Leonard shows up to Dubai, and he goes to the airport, and he has a bunch of watches, and they're like, "Nah, you got to pay taxes on those watches." And he's like, "Nah, brother, like these watches are my personal watches or whatever it is." And they're like, "Nah, dog, you have to pay a fine for that, and then you got to go to this other place, and they want you to pay a fine for it, and it's only cash." It was crazy. But because he put it on YouTube, they ended up giving, like, the government ended up coming back and be like, no, we're going to pay you your money back or whatever. But they genuinely don't give a flying shit in Dubai. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, if you commit a crime, you're going to jail, dog. You're going to jail.
And it's like, it could be a petty crime. Right?
Yeah, it could be a petty crime. Yeah, 1,000%.
You're going to do 5 years.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
Like hard labor.
Yeah.
And it's not like the U.S. jails that it's like kind of chilling. Not kind of chilling. Like, I don't want to like downplay it.
Come on, my boy.
But like at the same time,
my dog does one day at TGK, and all of a sudden he's
I was there half a day. It was super chill.
I'm an ex-con, whatever. I got my stripes.
But they also it's morbid out there.
It's super morbid. Yeah. But what the hell else is there to do? And here's the part where, like, I genuinely love to explore new countries. The true reason why we weren't here the past week was because Gallo the producer, were in Argentina. My mother's from Argentina, half my family's there, whatever. The point is, I like to visit other countries, but I also like to visit other countries with some sort of culture. And what I've noticed about Dubai in general, maybe I'm a hater, whatever it is.
Well, hold on,
like,
you've been out there.
I've never been to Dubai.
Oh, you never been?
No, I've only been at the airport, and that was it. Like, I didn't visit anything of it. But the point is, like, I don't like to go to these Arab countries that are completely made up of oil money, that have only existed for the past 12 years or 20 years or whatever it is, because they can set up their own rules, bro. And there's no genuine culture, bro. Like, look, I don't want to be that guy who has Argentinian mom, because everybody knows that Argentinians get a horrendous bad rap about being like, they think that they're like the champions of the world.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, okay, whatever, cool, that's fine. But if you go to Argentina, and shout out to Gallo, the producer, who was with me in Argentina, you see culture. You see people. You see hundreds of year-old buildings. You see people that like fine things. You like, whatever. And maybe they'll have that in 100 years, 150 years. But for now, it's an absolute front. You live in a fucking desert.
Yeah.
You guys don't have any culture. Your city is 1,000% made up of oil money, of which you fucking exploit other people. You guys are losers.
That shit was scary. No, but that shit was scary. Like, you remember we were supposed to go to the World Cup?
Yeah.
And a lot of it was like,
why did I say just say yeah that way? Yeah, guy. Yeah, I remember that.
Fuck yeah, guy.
Fuck yeah. Cause tonight will be the night that I will. Yeah, of course. I like that mama with the hair.
Yeah, I don't know why, but whatever. Yeah. We were supposed to go, and then I started reading up about you can't drink, you can't. Honestly, they got me at you can't drink, and I was like, I'm canceling this shit. We're not fucking going, dog. Yeah. Topic number 4, what is it? 2, 3?
Topic number 3.
3, dog. Let's go.
All right, so
let's go.
Last week was the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fight.
Beat his ass.
And Ryan Garcia came in 3 pounds overweight.
Cool.
He drank a beer and he was 3 pounds overweight. What an idiot!
But
it doesn't matter. He would have been 3 pounds overweight anyway.
He also paid they had like a side bet. Like, if I'm half a pound or whatever, I'll give you 500 grand over.
It was like a 500.
Yeah,
it was 500 grand.
500 grand for every half pound that I'm over, and he paid Devin Haney 1.5 mil. But Ryan Garcia in the fight whoops his fucking ass. Like,
whoops his ass.
Like, knocks him out 3 times.
Yeah, he knocked him down like 3, 4 times.
No, 3 times. 3 times.
Yeah.
So of course he ends up winning.
3
glasses. He ends up winning, but now a couple days later comes out he tested positive for a PED.
Okay, well, gave me the rundown.
Everybody knows what a PED is.
Yeah, performance enhancing drugs.
Wow, there you go, man.
Shout out to me knowing what it is. I used to take those in there. I used to hang out with a guy named PED. I used to smoke with that.
That's like from the Barry Bonds. Come on. LeBron James.
Yeah. You know LeBron takes PEDs. 1,000%. LeBron takes PEDs. Wow.
He pays $1 million a year on his body. So
yeah. That boy's taking PEDs 1,000,000%. Come on, brother. You're not 39 years old, still dunking on these hoes. Come on, dog.
Let's be
1,000%.
serious.
Yeah.
Nature versus
yeah,
nurture.
yeah. Nature
Nature
always
always
wins.
wins,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. 1,000%,
Nature
brother.
always wins.
Yeah, your knees aren't dunking on everyone, brother.
Nobody,
Come on,
dog.
brother.
And
Come
you
on.
just got swept.
Yeah.
Gentleman
Hey, just
swept.
a gentleman sweep. Yeah.
But anyways.
But the thing is, to be honest with you, I don't watch boxing as I should. I do keep up with Ryan Garcia only because he's like on social media, but he seems to be a bit of a clown. Outside of that, he did whoop Haney's ass quite literally, and I saw the fight, and he whooped that ass. And the worst part about it right now, specifically, is there's no specification on what kind of PEDs
yeah,
they were.
there was.
Was it?
Give me
Can we
the
get a
thing. Give me what it
clarification?
Oh my God. The
Why he's
name
saying that?
is.
No, because the thing is, like, now you could
There was
eat
a
a meat.
clarification.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
eat a piece of meat. You could eat something that just
There
has
was
it
something
in there.
that's like very incriminating. I remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it, but it was something that was like,
Yeah.
that's kind of.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, for instance, they're like Johnny Bones Jones, like, he just in his regular diet was eating.
He has cocaine in his diet.
No. But what I'm talking about, like, when he tested positive for drugs, when he was tested positive for PEDs.
All right, so he tested positive for Ostarine.
Yes.
Okay,
Ostarine,
what's
right?
Ostrine?
It's
Where is it
supposed to
found?
make you stronger and all this stuff. The thing about it is, okay, so I watch boxing a lot. Ryan Garcia has always
You
been.
watch boxing a
Yes, I
lot?
watch boxing a
My
lot.
brother, shut the fuck.
Not once have I
That
ever
is
watched
insane that you just said that, dog. That's crazy.
I watch boxing a lot.
Dog, I watch boxing a lot is crazy bullshit.
not
1,000%. My brother, you
I've been
haven't
watching
watched
boxing
one
since I was a
boxing
kid,
match
Papa.
since Haney Ryan Garcia. 1,000%.
No,
1,000%.
I
You haven't
watched
watched
the
this
fight
since
stuff.
Holyfield got his ear bitten off by Mike Tyson. Shut up, dog.
You're un pesado.
No, hey, the dog. That's like
He's
that's
un pesado,
that's
he's un
just
pesado.
so insane
That's
to
all
me.
right.
Okay,
That's
all
all
right. Oh no, hold on. Go ahead. No, boxer.
follow boxing.
Yeah, no.
You don't follow boxing.
No, I don't. Go.
I know you
Go.
don't follow
No,
boxing.
School me because you watch
Ryan
boxing a
Garcia,
lot.
before the Tank fight, was undefeated. He was a beast. He was beating the shit
He
out
just
of
started
everybody.
he just started watching
Literally
Tank.
was beating the
Okay,
shit out
got
of
it.
everybody.
Got it,
Right?
got it.
Then he had the Tank fight. The Tank fight, he got his shit rocked.
You watched the Gervais. They went to his
Gervais. Look, you don't even know his fucking Gervonta. Stupid ass.
Gervonta.
Gervonta.
Yeah, Gervonta.
Gervonta Davis.
Gervonta
Gervonta
Davis.
Davis. It's
Yeah.
Gervonta. It's
No,
Gervonta.
Gervonta.
No, it's
for the-
For the uninitiated.
If you're not a boxing fan, then it's Gervonta. Us boxing fans, it's Gervonta.
In the boxing world, we call him Gervonta. Okay?
What a stupid idiot. Okay, talk to me about Gervonta.
Gervonta. Okay? He whooped his ass, right? But there was a whole.
It wasn't a
clause-
really whoop ass, but it
Well,
was.
I mean,
It wasn't
he
beat
fucking
down.
whooped
Yeah,
his
no,
ass.
but it
He
wasn't.
wasn't even like winning the fight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
No,
he
no,
was
you're right,
losing
you're
the
right.
fight, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
he got his shit rocked.
Uh-huh,
Right? But there was a hydration clause where, like,
Yeah.
you know, with fighting,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you have to
You
weigh a
saw the-
certain amount the day before, but then you could fucking balloon
Yeah,
up
yeah,
an
yeah,
extra
yeah.
30 pounds if you could, right?
Yeah.
There's a science to it. I don't know. You can tell me about it later,
Yeah.
Degrassi. But so he got his ass.
Just water weight.
Yeah, he
Okay,
got
good.
his, so obviously that clause wasn't around. So you could tell. I mean, you look at Ryan the fight with Tank, and you look at Ryan the fight with Devin. He was like about 30, 40 pounds bigger than he was for the Tank
Sure.
fight.
Ripped.
One
Yeah,
thing
well,
that
'cause-
what's the one thing that they've always said about Ryan is that he's a one-trick pony, that he only has his left hook.
Yeah, of course.
And that's what the fuck he beat his ass with, dog. He
Caught
didn't
him
beat
3
his
times.
ass with nothing
Caught
else.
him literally
And
3
they
times.
said the best thing that Ryan can do is that he's quick, and then he can whoop your ass with a left hook, right? He's a one-trick pony. But that's what he whooped Devin Haney's ass with. He's always done that shit. Basically what I'm saying, that's just kind of sketch.
All right,
dog.
let me just do something real quick. Give me 3 people that Ryan Garcia has knocked out outside of Tank and Haney. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I watch. I watch boxing all the time. Hey, that line right
That
there.
line.
I can't let
That
that
line.
go,
No,
my
no.
brother. I can't let that go, dog.
I'm not saying that I'm some
a
fucking
hip hop
expert,
fan,
dog. Yeah.
and we all know you're not a hip hop fan. and we gotta shut it up. Come on, dog. You don't know hip hop, dog. You don't know hip hop.
It just completely went.
I don't care. I don't care.
You literally were looking at bro, Gatto. Put the camera on me. Hold on.
I got you. It's
He
all
looked
good.
at me like this. You don't know hip hop. You don't know hip hop. He was like
That's exactly how it looked like.
legit looking down on me.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you don't know hip hop. Let alone
I'm like when you're passing through the first class on economy, and the economy looks down on you like,
enjoy your fucking peanuts.
I had to fly economy to Argentina. It was horrific.
Enjoy your $20 headphones that you gotta buy.
You fucking loser.
I don't know, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking like.
Shut up and don't say that line.
Watch boxing a lot. I've been doing this, dog.
Okay,
I used to watch Hector Macho Camacho.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
The
De La
one
Hoya.
Nika that ever made it.
No, actually, the best, one of the greatest
Oh,
fighters.
did you see the pause? Did you see the Canelo riffraff with De La Hoya? Did you see that?
Did you see
Ese
Canelo?
tipo es una lacra. And I was like,
no.
let's go, Canelo.
Canelo was going in.
Canelo was super
No.
good.
Did you see after they interviewed Canelo?
Oh, no.
And you know he's like recently trying to learn
Learn
English.
English.
I'm gonna beat
Yeah,
your
right.
fucking ass.
No, which was actually really funny.
Yeah.
The whole thing was funny, but then he's like, they asked him, they were like, Canelo, you got kind of close to him. Like, were you gonna hit him? And he's like, of course. If he would have gotten closer to me, I would have fucked him. Like, that's it. Hey, yo, Canelo, dog. He
Canelo, I
literally was
respect
like,
it.
if he would have gotten closer to me, I would fuck him.
It's so funny coming from him too, with that little squeaky voice. But you know he'll beat your ass.
Like he's just like,
But that boy's a bad man.
That
dog.
boy will
That
beat your ass.
boy will, yeah. Have you ever seen the thing that went viral? And he's like, I'm getting mad right now, and I'm gonna beat your ass.
he has like a squeaky voice, dog, but
Yeah.
fuck.
And I'm getting fucking mad.
That's why I'm saying, like, and he was like, if he got closer to me, I would fuck him.
So good.
That is
So good.
That's so incredibly
so
good,
good.
dog.
like, but yeah, you know what? Fuck him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
fuck him, dog.
But outside of that, I mean, if Ryan Garcia, again, if you're a cheating bastard, fuck off. Like,
Yeah, fuck off.
No, I don't care.
LeBron.
Like, yeah, you're a loser. Yeah, if he's been taking steroids, he's LeBron's a
LeBron's been
loser.
taking steroids
But-
since.
Yeah,
oh,
but
come on,
if
man.
Ryan Garcia, honestly, if you didn't, that's the part where like I empathize him in a weird way because like if he did eat some stupid shit or if he did take something that he wasn't aware of, like you imagine working so hard. You imagine, okay, let's just say you get invited to 11 when Drake's gonna be there, right? Or Blessed,
dog.
and he gets nervous.
He gets nervous. He gets
He gets
nervous.
nervous because I'll shit the bed. I'll get it.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about that.
And Fercho shows up, like Fade, yeah, like he shows up and he's like, "Yo, Fercho's gonna be there."
No, I
He's in
couldn't
the
do it.
VIP, dog. Like you're on,
Yeah.
right? Boom, now you're gonna go,
And I kill it.
right? And you kill it, you
And the
murder.
next day-
Fercho's outside. He took his shirt off. He's like,
He's
"Yo,"
like,
he calls
"Parcera,
up,
aquí
yeah,
con el Melo."
yeah. He gets it. He takes off his shirt.
I take off my
yeah,
shirt.
He's FaceTiming. He's
I'm like
FaceTiming
kissing him.
Gato.
No, wait, what?
And he's like, he's like hugging up on you. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yo, dog." Gato calls
Gato
him.
call-
He grabs the cell phone. He's like,
Yo,
"Oh, I got one of my
pues.
boys
Gato,
to call you."
pues.
And he
Carolina,
like,
yo.
and he's like, "Yo, dog, me and my boy Melo." Right?
yeah.
And he's like, "Dog, you're such a good DJ,
Yeah,
dog. Like,
yeah.
this is crazy."
Yeah.
And somebody comes out and says, "Hey, that wasn't even his set.
It was a
he
mix the whole
pre-mixed
time.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he pre-mixed it." And you're like, "Nah, dog. Like, there's no way." But you were a little banged up, and you started playing, and there was like, cues coming up, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, now they're accusing you of having a pre-mix.
That's what I think is happening here.
Me too. That's
So
what I'm saying.
So he did come out like
He went on a Twitter rant.
He came out
Well,
and
he's
he,
been
and he
on
was
that
like,
shit.
I mean, and of course he denied it. He was like, "Hey, man," and even your boy Gervonta, he came out and
Gervonta.
But but here's the thing. You guys aren't black.
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Like, it's Gervonta.
No, there's a AE.
My
T-
boy.
No, there isn't an AE there.
My
Papa.
boy
There's
is-
not an AE
it's
there.
Gervonta. It's
Is
not
there an AE
Gervonta.
there?
Is there an AE there?
It
Is there
doesn't
an AE
matter.
there? Let me
That's
ask-
what he says.
Is there an AE there? Is there an AE there?
It
No,
doesn't matter.
that's it. Next.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
Oh,
Next.
my God.
No.
There's no
it's
AE there.
Look, it's Enrique Ortiz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
No,
we
it's
wanted to say
Ortiz.
it.
Ortiz.
Yeah. Okay, but I pronounce it Ortiz.
Okay,
Okay.
well, that's on
Yeah,
you, dog.
okay, but if we're French, it's Gervonta. Because whatever.
But we're not French.
Okay, but it's
Okay.
also Dwayne Raid. It could also be like Dwayne Raid.
You didn't even say Wade right. You said raid.
All right, to close out the topic. To close out the
it out
topic.
for me, dog. Okay, you're an
Yeah, I'm
asshole.
picking my boogers over here.
Your boy Gervonta came out in support of
Yeah,
Ryan. It was
of
like,
course.
hey man, he ain't cheating,
He
man.
ain't
Like
cheating.
he ain't doing that.
We've been
like,
doing this.
He's clean. He's doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
Yo, but I heard. Where's Gervonta from? He's from. Is it Lauderdale?
No.
Where's he from?
I heard he fucked Floyd Mayweather's daughter, and that's why they have a beef.
Oh, there's some sort of beef.
that's-
No, but from what I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I read it today. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know this for sure. Everybody claims that they make jewelry for a lot of famous people. But one of my good friends who's in the jewelry district says that he makes a lot of his chains.
Thanks.
This is yeah, exactly. So
Gervonta is from
Gervonta's-
Maryland.
From where?
Maryland.
Okay.
Be more. Huh?
Yeah, okay. So he makes a lot of his chains. And from what he tells me, that whatever it is, the guy couldn't be cooler.
No, what? But
Take that with a grain of salt. No. What I'm saying
is
is like he's like a genuinely good
Yeah.
person. You know, because like
Okay.
I've met Mayweather before in the Diamond District here.
he's
and
a dickhead.
He's awful, dude.
But he deserves. He could act however he wants.
course.
He's the greatest
okay,
of all
I
time.
don't care. Yeah. I'm not disputing
however you want.
what the accolades that makes him an asshole. If you want to justify that, that's cool. But the reality is he's a bit of a dickhead. And so he'll walk around, he'll big time a lot of people that
What is
come up
that
to
then?
him. Gervonta, from what my boy says, who is actual, like who he claims makes a lot of his jewelry. He's down here in Miami. And he's like, bro, the guy couldn't be cooler. The guy literally couldn't be cooler. He's like a young kid. Like he comes in there with his family. The family comes out. He has like kids. I guess he has like a daughter or whatever, or like 2 kids or whatever. And the kids can jump around, and he's like super like patient with them, and he's just like a cool kid. So like outside of him having the persona online of like being this bravado badass
Which
guy,
you have to be as a fighter.
yeah, which you of course have to be, of course. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you, but at the end of the day, like you understand that there's competition, and then there's like you're also staining the name of your sport, and like there has to be a distinguishing factor between that. And if somebody's like ratting on you, like or anybody, and you know the person, why not just be a genuine person and be like, nah, dog, like there's nothing of that coming down. Like I commend Gervonta Davis for that, 1,000%. Like
for sure.
you didn't
And,
have to do that,
that's
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
You could have easily been like,
'cause
oh, that's why you were like,
you're in the know. Like you're
Yeah.
saying, like you're in the know. You know how this works. You know what's
1,000%.
going on.
Yeah.
Like if you're putting your name on the line to say this guy that I don't even really like that, like. Nah, he didn't cheat, dog.
Yeah,
Like, let's just be
let's
real.
just keep it a buck.
Yeah, just keep it a buck. He didn't cheat.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm saying.
That further
Because he could
added-
have easily been like, bro, you're a cheater. You took steroids,
Yeah.
and I still beat your ass.
And I
Like
still
it
beat
would
your ass, yeah.
1,000% push his narrative that he's the greatest
Exactly.
of our
Exactly.
generation. And he went the complete opposite way,
He put
which
his,
is like,
literally put it because now let's say it comes out that it's like, yo, confirmed he did cheat.
yeah,
Now Tank looks like the asshole. So he's putting his name on the line, his reputation, all of that shit. So the fact that he even did that, like at first, like who knows? Who the fuck are we to know? I watch boxing a lot, but who the fuck are we?
What a clown.
But not even I know.
and I know the inside scoop.
You know what
You
I'm
fucking
saying?
idiot.
Topic-
no, but it's
topic
what you
number
say.
4.
So
It's-
we'll see how that unfolds.
No,
man.
but
I
it's,
hope not.
No,
and
but
know,
you have
what it is.
you 1,000% have a point. Like it's
We'll
like,
see.
come on, bro, come on.
Yeah. Stop eating your boogers. Topic number
Sorry,
4.
sorry. Yeah.
Topic, please stop. Topic number 4. All right, so
I got a pain in my chest.
all right. Of course, we're Miami fans.
Yeah.
We hate the Knicks.
1,000%.
They're up 3-2 on the Sixers in their series right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last home game that they played at the Sixers,
Mm-hmm.
it was overwhelmed with Knicks fans. Like overwhelmed. It
Yeah,
was
they
like,
call it MSG South.
it was like 70-30, the Knicks fans
Was
there.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
dude.
was
Like
horrendous.
it was awful. So it led the 76ers owners for this current game, to buy over 2,000 Game 6 tickets to block Knicks fans.
Yeah.
The slow clap.
Let's go. And right now, I mean, it's Thursday night. You guys are not listening to this
Slow
until
clap, baby.
you guys are not listening to this until Sunday. It's currently 66-61, 76ers in the third
Let's
quarter.
go Sixers.
Let's go,
Let's go
man. Let's go
Sixers.
Sixers, brother.
Let's
Here's the
go.
one thing that I've noticed about people from New York
Go.
is that they love New York. but they fucking hate living there.
Yeah.
And I fucking get it, because that place is a fucking smelly, rat-infested fucking dump of a place. So I get why they wouldn't live there. But don't go to other cities talking about New York, Knicks tape, all that shit, dog. You love New York that fucking much? Stay with the fucking rats in motherfucking New York. I'm sick of that shit. I'm glad that the owner did that shit. Bro, I would... anybody that came in with a Knicks jersey, I don't give a fuck how much money I lose. You're not fucking coming in. Go back to where the fuck you came from, dog. You love New York that much? Why do you live in Philly? Why do you live in Orlando? Why the fuck do you come down to fucking paradise to motherfucking Miami, dog? Talking about Knicks, talking about New York, talking about the pizza's better. Then fucking go over there, you fucking cocksucker, dog. We have enough fucking traffic. Go the fuck back to New York. You love it so much, but you hate living there. Go fuck yourself, dog.
I'm gonna get canceled. That was like
That was aggressive.
that was like give it to me again. I mean, that's a Miami obscure reference. Obscure.
But I'm
yeah.
sick of that shit, dog. Like, y'all motherfuckers love New York so motherfucking much, but you're down here. You're in Philly. You're in Chicago. You're in all these other places but fucking New York. But you love that shit. But the pizza's better. But the water's better. No, go fuck yourself. Stay the fuck over there then, dog. Like, it's really that easy. Stay the fuck over there. I'm sick
You
of it.
literally dropped. I counted them on my hand.
How
If there was
many?
yeah.
How many?
Yeah, it was
F-bomb?
8 of them. It was actually 8 of them, dog. All right.
Give it to me
Stay
again.
the fuck
Yeah,
off,
so-
dog. Like, I'm
so,
sick of that shit.
yeah.
Like, we're not going out there to fucking New York. Like, why the fuck would I want
All
to live over
right,
there,
dog. God damn it, dog. Jesus
He's passionate.
Christ,
He's passionate.
my brother.
He's passionate.
I mean, I get it. Look.
Fuck.
Tell me how you really feel, Mello.
Nah, it's
I'm
tough.
like all
man.
sweating now.
No,
and
but
shit. I'm
here's the
like,
thing.
fucking-
Here's the look, bro.
Here we go. Now he has to slow
I have to play
down.
devil's advocate.
Yeah,
You
gotta
no,
play
and that's
devil's advocate,
disgusting
man.
of
Yeah,
you.
no, but
No,
here's,
that's
on,
really
man.
here's the
disgusting
thing.
of
Here's
you,
the thing. No,
honestly.
here's
You
the
should be
thing.
ashamed of yourself.
I am a 100% such a proud resident of the Magic City, and I am obnoxious about it, and I'm ridiculous about it, and I hate it. The fact that I am so authentically Miami. Everything that I do, this podcast, every episode that people see on this channel shows the fact that I love 3 cities in the world. I love my father's Colombian. For all the people who think I'm Indian, I'm not. My dad is Colombian, full-blown Colombian man. My mother is, ironically, you guys aren't going to believe this, but we are Argentinian as fuck. There are people that actually look like
Can
me in
confirm.
Argentina.
I can confirm.
Can confirm.
Shout out
Argentinian as
Mendoza.
hell. Yeah, shout out Mendoza, Argentina. Generations of people in Argentina. I am as proud of my city as I am. And whenever I go to another city, I am that guy that overly reps their other city. And so as much as I cannot stand the sight of anyone from New York, I also have to respect the fact that they are just as proud as their city as we are of ours. And that's just the truth. They're still pieces of shit. I hate them. I don't like them. Fuck them all day long. And if it's ever anybody against New York, it's us against New York. I hate Philly with a fiery passion. I'll go to Miami Subs Grill and I won't order a Philly cheesesteak just because I hate Philly
You'll get
so
like
much.
a gyro.
Yeah, I'll get a
something
gyro.
disgusting.
I'll get the
Like,
ting
he'll get
wing
the fish.
chicken platter. Like literally,
Yeah,
I will have
yeah.
anything but anything that says Philly.
He'll get the
hate it.
shrimp.
Yeah, I'll get the shrimp at Miami Subs. Dale.
that's-
But I
food
won't
poisoning,
do
Albie.
it. I won't get New York style pizza because I hate New York so much. But they're just as retarded as we are when it comes to anything sports.
Here's where you're wrong.
Okay, go. Convince me because I'm down.
I get what you're saying. I'm talking about these motherfuckers live. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I have to stop. I have to
Jesus,
stop.
man.
Because it pisses me off.
Yeah,
Okay,
go.
these people,
These people.
they
These
live.
humans.
They don't live in New York. They don't live there.
No,
How
but
many
some-
people?
no, most
from-
of the most of the
No,
people
they
at this
don't,
game
dog.
are
How
coming
many
down.
people down here that I
It's
know?
only a 2.5 hour drive. It's not. It's
Okay,
right
so-
there.
No, it's not a.
Yeah, it's not that far.
From New York to Miami?
No, from Philly. From Philly.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that. Yeah.
It's not even it's like a 45-minute
Philly.
flight.
And honestly, I'm not even talking about Philly,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
I completely forgot about the topic itself.
Oh, did you?
I honestly blacked out. What happened? What topic is it?
Where am I?
Topic number 5.
Will Ferrell.
Literally.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
I'm talking about these fuckers that live here.
Yeah,
that
but you're
live in
talking about
other
something
places,
different, though.
All this, no, but a lot of people. Okay, if you think that they came all the way down here to live here, you don't think that they drove 2 hours away to live in Philly also?
I get it.
Because they'll live anywhere else, but in the place that they love so much.
Yeah.
Where the fucking Jets
I can
aren't,
tell you one
actually,
thing.
because they're in Jersey.
I can tell you one thing. Out of rip. The past 20 years, this hasn't been Dolphins country. And that pains me to say. But it's only the only reason I say the upside to it is because this is Heat Nation.
Right now.
No, this is Heat Nation.
Heat
You know it's Heat Nation. You know it's Heat Nation. This is Heat Nation, Papa.
Okay.
You have the better attendance, better merchandise sales, better championships. Papa, literally the Dolphins haven't won since the 72 Dolphins. Okay, well, outside of that.
This will forever be a football town.
Okay,
This will
you can
forever
say
be
that
a
all you
football
want, but
town.
it hasn't been that since the past 20 years.
It doesn't matter the success.
It doesn't matter.
Let the Dolphins win a Super
More
Bowl here.
consistently versions. Granted, it's only filling up 16,000 people as opposed to 75,000, which Pro Player does. But nevertheless, outside of that, more consistent fans are Heat fans. They just are, brother.
You're wrong.
Okay, you're actually wrong.
No, you're actually
but nevertheless,
You're pissing me. I'm pissed.
Nevertheless.
Topic number 5.
No. Nevertheless.
I'm sick of this.
I can guarantee you this one thing right here, and I'm gonna say this real slow.
Oh,
We are in the motherfucking 305, and outside of this, nobody reps the 305 as the Miami Heat do. And the New York fans can over-dominate Marlins Park. When we win against the Jets, there are a bunch of Jets fans at Pro Player Stadium.
They all live
There are
here.
even a bunch of fucking Giant fans. But when you come to the Heat's house in the AAA arena, yes, we still call it the AAA, there is nothing but Heat fans. And you're not going to pull that stunt that you're pulling in Philly here in Miami. It's just not a thing. It's never been a thing, brother. You can go out there and you can say, oh, fuck Embiid and whatever, and you can rep your New York shit. But inside AAA, when you play against the Heat, number one, you guys are scrubs compared to our franchise.
Yeah,
and we have literally been your daddy the past 25 fucking years. That's number one.
Yeah.
Literally since I've been around. But you're not going to come and you're not going to do that in this Heat's house because guess what, dog? We rep that city. And regardless of what you think, you guys can infiltrate any other sports, but you're not going to infiltrate the Heat. That's a fact.
Because you get your ass beat when you come down
Quite
here.
literally, dog. You can say we want Boston all we want. We literally had the 3 best players not in the goddamn game, and Boston got away with one.
Which
okay,
also,
cool.
by the way, Boston they're embarrassing.
Yeah,
because
they're
acting like they won a title.
Yeah,
eating the Sioux Falls Skyforce.
Losers, my brother.
Literally, they're out there celebrating like they did something.
Yeah.
By the way, we beat you guys 4 out of the last 5 series.
Come on,
and,
bro.
Come on,
and the
boy.
series
Come
that you
on.
beat us was because Jimmy missed one
Yeah,
shot.
we're
dog,
not-
literally which could've
Literally
gone
at
either
the
way.
buzzer. I like with point something
And
seconds.
then this series, Jimmy wasn't there. Terry
We're
wasn't
not
there.
healthy.
Haquez
Nobody
wasn't there
was
towards
healthy.
the end. Hey, you guys are losers too.
You
by
guys
the way,
are
don't
losers.
don't.
Yeah. New York, don't come here thinking that you're gonna do
And
that
you
because
too,
you know
Boston.
because you don't want the Miami Heat.
This was-
No team in the NBA
I'm
wants the
sweating,
Miami
I'm
Heat,
sweating.
bro.
I'm sweating.
Come on. Topic number 5.
Give me
Topic
something
number
more
5.
positive.
Topic
Last
number
God
5.
topic.
damn it.
Let's
I'm
keep it
worked up.
short. Let's keep it sweet. All right. So, guys, you'll soon be able to place bets on arcade games at Dave & Buster's. Let me say that again. You'll soon be able to place bets on arcade games at Dave and Buster's.
That's crazy, my brother.
Whenever
what are
you
you
wanna-
doing? What are you picking at
Because
your fucking
I got
disgusting legs?
I got a sunburn on my leg.
Okay, but
Oh
that's
my
disgusting.
I didn't think
bro.
I was on camera.
Yeah,
Come
but that's
on,
fucking
my
awful,
guy.
brother.
Come on.
Okay,
You're
this
trying
guy's
to
been
tan those
picking,
legs?
he's been picking his boogers the entire
That's
podcast.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
dude,
Let me
but,
pick
like,
up my little
also-
fucking burnt skin.
Yeah,
dog.
but that's awful,
Come
brother.
see me. Okay, you want to talk shit? Come
Yeah.
see me at Dave and Buster's.
There you go.
I'll hit you with that whack-a-mole.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's $20 a pop.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but
I'll fucking
you know,
Skee
what's-
ball.
yeah, skee ball
No,
you
but
to
here's
death.
here's the thing,
$5
man.
at a
Like,
time.
this is a free for all. We live in the state now that it's gonna be. You could do Hard Rock Bet.
Yep.
You could do $5 parlays that gave you
since the last
1,600.
time that we spoke about that, I have not won a single
I haven't.
parlay. Dog.
I've stopped betting. I was like, I'm not doing
No, I
this.
still do it.
I'm not doing it.
'Cause, yeah, it's just the
Yeah,
way
it's
I am.
fun. It's
No,
fun.
yeah.
It's fun,
It's
but
fun.
like,
You
it
guys
also
wonder
sucks.
why I'm broke? It's because of that.
Nah, I haven't bet, man. I'm not a betting dude.
Because you haven't done it.
I've done it many times.
You haven't done it.
No, don't justify me why I don't do
No,
it because
you
I'm not a
haven't done it,
retard
dog.
like you are. Like
But you know what? I
literally.
quit.
And I bet the sugar goes back.
But come see me in Dave and Buster's.
Yeah,
That's what
come
I'm
see
saying,
me
dog.
in Dave and
Dave and
Buster's.
Buster's is such a good time. It's such a wholesome family time.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna poison it with bets.
Oh my god.
I love that. Now,
imagine-
now I'm
love
going
that.
to Dave. Like now, it's a different what is
different
it?
atmosphere.
Demographic. It's a different demographic.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be a bunch of
You imagine air
degenerates.
hockey when you put 20 on it?
Like, come on, man.
Oh, that's
my
vicious.
Air
dude.
hockey.
Air
I'm
hockey,
already
I will
done-
put 20 on this
Shoot,
game.
for like 12 tickets, I'm fucking going off on you.
But are you gonna,
Imagine
it's
for
gonna
like
have,
20
is it
bucks.
gonna have monetary value or
Yeah, no,
or-
it's monetary
or-
value.
Yeah,
it's
it's
actual
monetary
money. It's actual
value.
money.
Oh, so you could put I'm gonna put 20
Oh,
and we
yes.
put 20
Oh,
and
yeah.
like
no,
Yes.
imagine okay.
because usually they do like monetary value based on tickets. So it's like you know what I mean? Like,
No.
Fuck them
Imagine we're
tickets.
at Dave and Buster's and we're drinking, and I'm like, you won't come see me
In
at air
skee-ball.
hockey.
I'ma come
and
see
I got,
you.
And I got
I'ma
five,
come
and I
see
got
you.
500 on it. What's up?
oh yeah, that
Because
got
now
that-
I'm drinking. Like now it's like
yeah,
even though I don't
yeah.
have
Oh,
500,
yeah, that wow, yeah,
Even
that
though I
wow.
I don't have 500, but I'm putting them up.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you know, I'm
yeah,
not
I'm gonna
losing.
put it on that Amex. Cash advance.
I'm gonna call my girl and be
Yeah.
like, look, babe, we'll
Yeah.
talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, 1,000%.
But I'm gonna win. This is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
surefire
yeah,
thing. I got Gus on this shit.
Sell me 500.
Just please, just trust me.
Trust me.
I'm gonna double it.
But what's this for? Just honestly,
Just
honestly. Just are you gonna trust me? You're not gonna trust me.
You're like, oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, dog.
That's sick, dog. Hey, but
Sick
shout
thoughts.
out to Dave and Buster's
Shout
for
out
doing
to Dave and
some
Buster's.
degenerate
Come on,
ass
man.
shit. dog.
Also, Dave and Buster's has gotten fucking terrible recently.
But that's
The
why.
game
You gotta
That's
do
sucks.
why
something drastic.
they gotta
Yeah.
make it
Gotta
a
do
little,
something
you know.
drastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing, like, look, but also, man, like, I remember when being just, you remember, and this is gonna be so obscure. This is gonna be like the local hour, which is like topic number 5. The local hour. It's like they used to have this thing called Boomers. You remember Boomers?
Yeah, of course,
the
Yeah,
Grand
and it's-
Prix.
Yeah.
Grand
yeah,
Prix.
Like, yeah, the Grand Prix. Okay,
now it's
all
a
right.
Dania. Now it's a Dania Point. So
Yeah, but it used to have like it used to have a
Of course.
wooden roller coaster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
man.
never get
But
on
that's
that.
what I'm saying.
Only where
I
it
re-
was from the United States.
It
yeah,
was the biggest-
I
yeah.
remember going to these places and like being super entertained.
They had the mini golf.
The mini golf.
I'll
man.
put 500
The-
against
What? Come
yeah.
on, my boy.
Okay.
Yeah,
true.
that's what I'm
I'll
saying.
fucking-
So
there you
like
go.
a lot of these things I have. This is what that's the question that I bear. Is it because we've outgrown Dave and Buster's, or because Dave and Buster's has regressed?
No, we've also outgrown Dave and Buster's.
But now they're money
Because
on it.
now we have, well, yeah, I mean, they're doing that.
But
because
you
they're
would
able
okay,
to, but
okay,
now they're
okay,
able to,
okay.
is
Let
what
me
I'm
ask you
saying.
another question. Let me ask you another question. Will you go to Dave and Buster's for dinner and like some fun?
What does that mean?
But that's what that.
Would
but,
you go for
but tell
dinner
me,
and
tell me
fun?
that wasn't what you would do back in the
Yes,
day, though.
yes.
A little date with a
Yeah,
little
well, I would
chicky?
go to
Come on,
dude.
yeah.
I would go to Boomers with my chickie.
Yeah.
And like dude, this is when I was 21.
Is
I was
Boomers
dating.
where you got your
Yeah.
first blowjob?
His name is Greg.
Greg Buell, me, him, and you went to the same school.
Yeah, no, like would I go to like the theme park or the thing? Because like, look, bro, let's keep it a buck. Again, if you're in Miami, it's gonna be super obscure. The fifth topic is the local hour here. We have this festival called the Youth Fair. And back in the
we
day,
talked, yeah.
back in the day, the Youth Fair was the funnest thing that you would do.
hell yeah.
I've 1,000% outgrown the Youth Fair.
Yeah.
I can't go back.
Yeah.
I don't like bumper cars. I don't like the
But now-
shitty roller coaster.
Yeah.
And so again, when you
Now,
used to go
if
to
you
Boomers,
the
you used to have
fair-
fun.
Yeah, but now if you go to the youth fair and you do the basket for $20, if you win, you get $20. If
Yeah,
you win, you get 40.
Okay, but that's
funner
fine.
now.
But is Dave and Buster's? Again, I asked the same question. Is Dave and Buster's because we've outgrown it,
We
or
have
is it because
outgrown it, so it's not fair for us to judge. Honestly, that's what I think. I can't say
And so
that
is-
we've outgrown it or it's whack.
So is this a marketing scheme That's
I
what I
think
want
it's
you to answer.
to
To bring back millennials to get a little skin in the game.
because they know that we're sick and we just lost a parlay, and then they want to take it out on air hockey.
Yeah.
And they're gonna take our money there too.
Yeah.
Because the house always wins.
The house always wins, man.
Shout out to the degenerate gamblers.
That does it, though. I think, right?
Yeah.
That does it or no?
Yeah. All right.
We wrapping it up?
Guys, wait, before we finish this podcast, we are going to be doing the next podcast that you guys
That's
hear
gonna be so
is
dope.
going to
So
be
dope.
live.
So dope.
We're not going to be doing a pre-recorded version of it. It's going to come out Thursday. This Thursday coming up. If you guys are listening to this podcast, it's Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or whatever. This Thursday after this podcast, we're going to be doing it live. We're going to have live interactions. People are going to be able to ask us questions on the spot. There's no more 10-minute timer. You can literally ask us whatever you want. And we are doing a topic from the actual comments. We used to do this before. And nobody would actually listen. So if you listen to this all the way to the end, you're part of the Strong 16. Shout out to the Strong 16, baby.
Hey, the Strong
Let's
16,
go.
dog.
Shout out to the Strong
Mad
16.
love
The
to
only
the
16
Strong
people
16,
that
dog.
actually listen to
Those
this
are
podcast.
legends. I'm gonna get the shirts done.
Yeah, we're gonna get shirts
We're
done.
gonna send it out.
But
we'll
the
talk
point
about that
is,
later.
I want people to comment on this podcast because one of the questions we're going to choose it and we're going to talk about on Thursday live. In addition to anybody else who watches this podcast, you could ask us and you could comment. Gallo, the producer, is going to be reading some of the comments live and in person. It's going to be
raw. I can't
dope
wait.
as fuck.
I can't
May
wait.
9th.
We're
May
going to try
9th.
this
Mark
thing
it
out.
down.
It's going to be dope as fuck. As always, we love you guys for sticking around for this
sir.
1 hour podcast. If you guys stuck around, you guys are G's. We got to go take a piss.
And I have to pee so bad, but also don't forget, like we always say, tell your people you love them, call them.
Hug your
Let 'em
parents,
know.
hug your friends,
Family,
tell them you
friends,
love them. You never know
everybody.
when's the last time you're going to see
It's
one.
the VVS podcast, episode 21.
Let's go.